Imagine a world on the brink of change. It is 480 BC. The mighty Persian Empire, led by Xerxes I, casts a long shadow over Greece. The Greeks, though divided by geography and rivalries, recognized the grave danger they faced. This shared threat brought them together at the narrow pass of Thermopylae. At Thermopylae, a small force of Greeks, led by the Spartan King Leonidas, stood against the Persian horde. The Spartans, renowned for their martial prowess and unwavering discipline, were prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice to defend their homeland. The clash at Thermopylae was more than just a battle. It was a clash of civilizations. On one side stood the Persians, representing the might of an empire built on conquest. On the other, the Greeks, with their independent city-states and nascent ideals of democracy and individual freedom. For 3 days, the Spartans held the pass, repelling wave after wave of Persian attacks. But what if, in this pivotal moment in history, the tide of battle had turned? What if the Spartans had achieved an impossible victory at Thermopylae? The very air crackled with tension. The Persian army, accustomed to easy victories, found themselves stalled at Thermopylae. The narrow pass, a bottleneck for the massive Persian force, negated their numerical advantage. The Spartans, masters of terrain warfare, exploited every inch of the battlefield. Their long spears and interlocking shields formed an impenetrable wall, breaking the impact of the Persian assaults. The Persians, witnessing the collapse of their seemingly invincible force, would have been demoralized. The Greek allies, inspired by the Spartan stand, would have found renewed courage and determination. The Persian invasion, intended to crush Greek resistance, would have instead ignited it. The myth of Persian invincibility, carefully cultivated by Xerxes, would have been shattered. In the wake of a Spartan victory at Thermopylae, the balance of power in Greece would have shifted dramatically. Sparta, already respected for its military prowess, would have emerged as the undisputed leader of the Greek world. The Spartan system of governance, with its emphasis on military discipline and obedience, would have been seen as the key to Greek survival. Under Spartan leadership, the Greek city-states would have been forged into a more unified but less democratic entity. Athens, with its democratic ideals and emphasis on individual liberty, would have been a natural rival to Spartan hegemony. The tension between these two diametrically opposed ideologies would have shaped the political landscape of ancient Greece. Imagine a Greece where Spartan discipline and military might define the political order. Military training would have been paramount, shaping the lives of all citizens from a young age. This militaristic focus would have had a profound impact on Greek culture and society. The Spartan economic system was unique in the ancient world. Based on agriculture and a rigid social hierarchy, it discouraged trade and wealth accumulation. Spartan citizens were forbidden from engaging in trade, which was seen as a corrupting influence. Instead, the Spartan economy relied on a system of helotry, where a subjugated population provided agricultural labor. A Spartan victory would have likely seen this system imposed, or at least heavily promoted, throughout the Greek world. The pursuit of wealth and luxury, so central to Athenian life, would have been replaced by a focus on discipline and self-sufficiency. The agoge, the Spartan system of education and training, was designed to mold boys into disciplined, obedient, and fearless warriors. From the age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their homes and subjected to a rigorous regime of physical and mental training. They were taught to endure hardship, to value duty and honor above all else, and to fight as part of a cohesive unit. In a world where Sparta dictated the terms of Greek society, the agoge, or at least elements of it, might have been adopted by other Greek city-states. This would have had a profound impact on Greek culture. The Athenian ideals of democracy and individual expression might have been suppressed under a Spartan-dominated Greece. The very concept of democracy, which had taken root in Athens, might have withered under the Spartan emphasis on obedience and conformity. Echoes of Thermopylae. The ripples of a Spartan victory at Thermopylae would have extended far beyond the shores of ancient Greece. Rome, instead of encountering a Greece weakened by internal conflict, might have faced a Greece unified and strengthened under Spartan leadership. Would Rome's legions have still triumphed, or would they have been held at bay by a Spartan-led Greek army? The cultural exchange between Greece and Rome, which had such a profound impact on Western civilization, would have been significantly altered. The very notion of democracy, which found its fullest expression in ancient Athens, might have been stunted or extinguished altogether. A Spartan victory at Thermopylae is a tantalizing what-if in history. The echoes of Thermopylae in this alternate timeline would be felt in the art, architecture, literature, and philosophy of the Western world. The very concept of the citizen soldier, so central to the Roman Republic and later to Western democracies, might have its roots not in the plains of Latium, but in the Spartan agoge. Imagine a world where the tenets of Spartan discipline, self-sacrifice, and martial prowess permeated Western thought. The legacy of ancient Greece, a civilization that gave birth to democracy, philosophy, and the Western intellectual tradition, would have been vastly different. The Spartan emphasis on duty, discipline, and the collective good would have shaped the course of Western thought, leaving an indelible mark on our world. The Spartan stand at Thermopylae, though a defeat, has resonated throughout history, inspiring generations with its courage and sacrifice.